Hi there, welcome back to my channel. It's Christy here to do the weekly reading for the sign of Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Capricorn, if you don't know your Moon and Rising sign, check the link in the description box to alwaysastrology.com. That way you can find out what those are, and if you want more information for the week, you can check out your Moon and Rising sign readings for this week as well, and hopefully those are helpful. This is for the week of June 6th to the 13th. I'm going to switch it up a teeny bit and use a different deck and a little bit of a different reading. I just feel like I want to inject some healing energy into the reading this week as opposed to the past couple of weeks where we did a lot of intentional reading, motivation, planning, conceptual reading, stuff like that. So I think this time I want to spend a little bit of energy around healing. So the links to the cards that I'm using today are in the description box, as well as a link to my ebook and reasons why I do what I do. So 3 card spread with the Healing with the Angels Oracle, and then 1 card each for additional guidance from the Medicine Card Tarot and the Wisdom of the Oracle. So Capricorn, I wish for you all success, joy, and wellness. I invoke spirits of love, light, and beauty. I call upon Archangels Michael, Gabriel, Metatron, and Uriel to guide this reading in peace, clarity, protection, and wisdom. And I ask that Gaia please bless this reading for Capricorn. So like I said, we're just looking for 3 main cards here. I'm not going to spend any time looking at the general energy at the bottom of the deck this week, but certainly if you'd like me to do that or you prefer general energy cards along with the main spread here, you can always sound off in the comments. Let me know what you think, what you like or don't like, or if this is appealing or if this resonates with you. So far in your central position, this is representing you this week, Capricorn, we have the card Support. Now, and right next to it is blessings. So even if you're having a difficult week, and you could very well be, because guess when we need blessings and support the most, right? Is when things aren't always going tickety-boo. So I'll suggest this week that if you are indeed going through something difficult or experiencing something you'd rather not, that if you haven't reached out, please do. Support is available to you, and people are really happy to provide that for you. And if you are feeling alone or isolated or unheard or maybe even worse, misunderstood, there is a way that you can get that help. It means asking for help if people aren't already sort of interpreting your needs, or what's it called when people anticipate your needs. If there's no one who around currently who is anticipating your needs, please reach out. But I do feel like, ooh, a lot of jumpers. I do feel that people around you who love you are anticipating those needs and people are providing support. Now, this is a general reading. Forgive me if I left that out. A general reading just means this isn't specific to a certain concern in your life without it being a personal reading and me knowing a little bit about what's going on in your life. But as a general reading, I'm going to encourage that whatever is prominent in your life this week, Capricorn, so that could be, look, travel, romance, business, health, any one of those major topics occurring in your week, in your life this week, rather, I'll get you to apply these messages to, and hopefully they speak to that concern, and hopefully they're healing or helpful for you. So in the support, this comes from so many different avenues. And like I said, in order to even be in a position where you require support, you are already in a difficult way. I mean, so if that's the case, I am sorry if you're experiencing anything difficult. I do believe that this too shall pass, and I really hope the sooner the better for you. I also know that Capricorns, generally speaking, are expressive, are able to tell the truth about their requirements and have their needs met. And they're, you know, you're an earth sign, you're down to earth, you're able to have difficult conversations, you're able to get to the root of the matter. So I think that other people in your life are able to do this with you and for you. I don't think you would have surrounded yourself by people who aren't able to do this either. So if other people aren't anticipating these needs for you, I'm going to suggest that you just merely ask or make a mention, and they'll be more than happy to support you. And like I said, this is going to come from a lot of different avenues, a lot of different angles. It could come from all at once, or it could be like one at a time, or you might even choose. You know, I have 3 major people I could turn to this week for this issue, but I'm going to look to this one, or I'm going to choose these 2, or I'm going to share this part with this person, or whatever. I mean, do what you need to do to get the support you need this week, Capricorn, because people are available to you, and you do have resources available to you. And lucky you for that. I don't think you're going to have to go through anything alone this week, even if you are experiencing something difficult or trying. And again, with the blessings to the one side, and you have harmony on the other side. So like I said, I hope this isn't an overly difficult week for you, but if that is the case, I really do feel like there's going to be a lot of support, a lot of generosity. If you are into prayer, if you're into this spiritual element of looking at life, or having perhaps your own guardian angel that you turn to, or an angel of your own that you turn to. You could be, you know, praying to Peter or Mother Mary, or just God. Like if you have a strong relationship with God or Source, or higher energy, this could be a place to call upon as well, but not for help. I'm going to ask you to keep the help situation and asking and drawing upon support in the material world, the blessings, this, and when we're talking about the spirit world, and we're talking about God and angels and so forth, this is where I'm going to ask you to count your blessings. I think that these need to occur in unison. I think it's really easy for all of us at the best of times to forget some of the very good things, some of the things that are blessings in our lives, some of the things that we are grateful for every day. Right? Many of us take time to do this in our lives, but during a difficult situation, or if things are not going the way we planned, or are creating upset, and we do need support, or we don't know where to turn next, sometimes the best way to get to the next stage of that, or to encourage ourselves to have faith, is to simply give thanks. So in unison with support this week and reaching out, I'm going to ask you to do that in the tarot level and the material world. I mean, listen, if you really feel like you want to ask for help in the spirit world, of course, ask for help. That's not going to be a negative thing. However, I do think the aim here is to not only ask for help and anticipate help, and be receipt, and another level of that is to be in receipt of help, to accept it, but to also give thanks. This is a really important avenue of healing and of health, is to remember the very simple things. For example, if you're breathing right now, no matter what you're going through, if you're breathing, give thanks. Even if it's for this small but like really critical things like breath, okay, and be grateful. And another avenue to look at that is, if you do have support, if you do have places to go, or resources, or people to count on, or anticipating your needs, even better, that itself is a blessing, and maybe be grateful for that. So really, there's a great there is an element of focus this week, okay, Capricorn? So be grateful, look for support, accept it. This is a 2-part equation, right? Like, people can give you everything. People can support you and love you and want the best for you, but you got to say, oh, okay, thanks, and then put it, okay? So it goes both ways. You need to be able to accept that. And with the harmony card here to the other side, this is going to create an enormous element of harmony for you if this is all done in conjunction here. And I think this is going to not only create but enhance harmonious relationships. So I'm just going to show these up close to the camera one by one briefly. These are different elements of ancestral support here. There are different themes. So many different avenues you could look at this. This is a fairy godmother. This is an ancient, I would say an ancient spirit. Here we have maternal care. Here we have sort of like, you know, mystical, the sort of like, you know, the little guy who lives on a mountain, this little guru guy. Here we have an old spiritual warrior, and here we have a native or indigenous warrior. So lots of different avenues of support here. If you don't have anyone in Terra or in the interior world, perhaps what you can do is look to support through the ancients. So loved ones who are deceased, for example. And with the blessings card, I think really honestly the largest lesson here is that health and wellness and all forms of prosperity begin with gratitude. So I really feel strongly that part of the healing process and part of wellness, particularly this week if you are struggling, is in remembering to be grateful for the small things. Even though that might be a challenge for you this week, please practice that. And then with the harmony, this is about creating and enhancing harmony, and about harmony being about balance. One of the major symbols around harmony is the sign of Libra, around the balance and about things being weighed, decisions being made type thing, what is best for you. So this angel, for example, is playing an instrument in the woods. It's about creating balance between these two worlds. So great deal of, I wouldn't say movement necessarily this week, but a great deal of energy this week. A lot of not even action energy, but there's a great deal of like giving and receiving, relatedness, gratitude, thankfulness, being in the present, being aware of who came before you, how they got through it. You might even require inspiration this week, and you're able to draw upon wisdom and guidance from, as I said, if they're not an ancestor of yours, it could just be an ancestral spirit that appeals to you or speaks to you in some way. Here we have the moose. The moose's keyword is self-esteem. There could be issues around self-esteem this week, particularly if you're unable to accept support or if you're unable to ask for it. Even if it's given to you, you may feel on some deep level that does need healing, that you don't deserve it. Perhaps none of those are true and you do feel you deserve it, and this is part and parcel of this equation this week, that your healthy esteem allows you to accept support, you're able to give thanks, and this lends to harmonious feelings of not only relationships but for physical and emotional health as well. So self-esteem is playing a big part in the week for you, Capricorn, one way or the other. If you feel like self-esteem is flailing or is causing an issue in the reception of support, certainly take a look at that and see if you can change your mind about that, or change your attitude about what type of self-esteem you have this week. Make sure it's strong. And the closing card is the happy card. I'm just so grateful to see this, because I think if this is all in practice here, I think particularly with the blessings, I think that you will invite even more harmony and blessings and support in your life by practicing gratitude. And like I mentioned, and I'm not trying to belittle this or make it small, but it almost seems like the more we struggle sometimes, or the more difficult something seems at the time, the greater the requirement for giving thanks, even if it's for the struggle. And that sounds counterintuitive in some way, but on some level, someone higher than you, more knowledgeable than you, who loves you very much, believes that you can do this, you can pull through this, and you've got what it takes. You have the self-esteem to get through this. Or if this is the challenge, that it will enhance your self-esteem. But what a beautiful way to leave a reading. This is about a celebration. This is about higher frequencies. This is a very involved pattern. And we all know that patterns are frequencies, and then colors are frequencies, sounds are frequencies. This is what it's all about. Everything's energy. Everything's a frequency. I mean, I didn't make this up, right? This is the world's geniuses, scientific geniuses say this, right? Quantum physics. This is the way it is. It's just the way the world is. And the more faster we recognize this, the healthier and happier and the faster we can heal. So if any of this card is resonating with you on a particular level, please take that through the week with you. If the yellows, the pinks, the blue, her smile, the wings, the pattern here, the fact that there's an egg, which is from time immemorial, the symbol of fertility, and then the keyhole. This is about secrets. This is about finding something out deep within yourself. Maybe this is the whole thing. Maybe this is, during all this, you can still find happiness, or this leads, even if you didn't expect it, to a sense of happiness. So I do believe at the end of the week, if not before that, you will feel a great deal of happiness and gratitude and support. So just a beautiful reading for you. I'm really glad that you joined me today. I really hope that it helped. Let me know what you think in the comments if you have a moment. Make sure you subscribe. I upload a video for your sign every week, and I do switch it up a bit to keep it fresh. And until next time, Capricorn, please take good care of yourself, and I will see you on the next video. Bye for now.